With her elbows pressed against the well-worn wood of the bar, Liz swiped at her phone. She found herself lurking the Facebook pages and tweets of her exes. None of them were particularly bad, per se, they just weren't right. But what is right? She really didn't know, but she knew they weren't it. It wasn't their fault. A lot of girls will say, "It's not you, it's me," but when Liz said it, she really meant it. She was too weird and different. She was starting to think no one would ever be right for her. As terrible as her drinking and phone addiction was, it kept Liz from thinking about the future. One would think that knowing their future would be a good thing, but it isn't. At first it seemed exciting, and gave her a feeling of security, to know that there was always something to come, that her life would never be cut short unexpectedly. The downside, however, is that knowing your future makes it terribly uninteresting. All of her accomplishments, first loves, best friends, none of them were a surprise. When you get to the moment where you saw yourself in the visions, it all becomes a rerun. You go through the motions. You act like it was a surprise. You pretend like you didn't know all this was going to happen. But then Liz discovered alcohol. It is, apparently, impossible to see the future when you are drunk all the time. Once Liz realized this, she had been drunk ever since.
This is the crossroads of America.
Rick said.
Right here where we're standing. That statue in the middle, his name is Mercury, Hermes, whatever. He is the god of travel. There are 4 roads leading away from that spot, and with them you can go anywhere in the country. That one there.
Rick pointed across the traffic circle.
That one goes to LA. That's the one I'm taking. That's where I'm going. This place here, this isn't a place you go to. This is a place you just stop for a moment on the way to somewhere else. You want to stay here? That's crazy, Liz.
He pulled out another cigarette and lit it. He looked at Liz from under his eyelids and tapped at an imaginary watch on his left wrist. It was a big drink of whiskey, and Rick was hoping he was coming across more cool than wasted, but he was too drunk to be able to tell. She shook her head at him in disbelief. He shrugged at her, turned his view towards the statue of Mercury, and gave it a sharp salute. With that he walked away into the night. Liz pulled out her phone to post an update about her bizarre encounter about the man who wanted to take her across the country to lure for a hamburger, but the battery was red, and the phone had already started to shut itself down. Amy burst out the doors of the bar.
What the hell did you do, Liz? There is a huge mess behind the bar.
Screw it, thought Liz.
Sorry, Amy. But I got to go do something. I'll talk to you soon.
Where are you going? Are you going to look for a job tomorrow?
But Amy might as well have been shouting into an empty sky. Liz wouldn't be looking for a job tomorrow. She was sick and tired of people telling her what to do. Rick was about halfway to his car when he heard the clumping of small shoes on the concrete behind him. He smiled as he flicked his burning cigarette butt into the street.
Hey, Rick. Wait up.
When he turned around, the out-of-breath girl grabbed the lapels of his jacket with both hands and pulled him close. He crossed his arms behind her waist and pressed his lips firmly against hers.
Let's go try this hamburger of yours.